Okay, now let's take a look at how pawn structure determines whether the game is an open game or a closed game, and then we'll see how that affects your pieces. First of all, an open game is when the central pawn structure is airy, ripe with possibility, and not locked down. Like in this position, this is an open game. Diagonals and files are not blocked, and pieces have tremendous dynamic potential. A general rule with many exceptions is that bishops are a little stronger than knights in open games, while knights sometimes have an edge in locked-down pawn structures, in which time is not of the essence and their unique ability to leap over pieces becomes especially handy. Along those lines, what is black's best move here? Well, we know we have an open game, so knight b4 is very strong. The white bishop cannot escape the trade, and so black will have improved his position by eliminating a bishop in an open game. Without understanding how pawn structure affects the power of pieces, we would never have known where to look for the best move in this type of position. We work from our principles. After rook d8, bishop takes d7, rook takes d7, let's evaluate the position. The only material difference is that black has a bishop for white's knight. Which do you prefer? How do you feel about that bishop? It turns out that white's position is better, because the game is closed and black's bishop is locked in by its own pawns. If it were a light-squared bishop, say on a6, then the evaluation would look quite different. Pawn structure is the crucial determinant of the strength and weakness of bishops. Here are some principles that can guide your evaluations. First of all, bishops prefer open games to closed games. Also, a bishop is good if its fixed or immobile pawns are on the opposite color, so they don't block its moves, and the opponent's fixed pawns are on the same color, providing targets. You want a bishop to have targets, not to be hemmed in by its own teammates. Take a look at this position. With what you now know about bishops, who's better here, white or black? That's right. White is better, because black has all the weaknesses and white has all the targets. A subtlety about this principle, which is a distinction that is slightly more advanced in this course, but I'll tell you anyway, is that in the middle game or opening, you should focus on central pawns that are fixed when evaluating bishops, while in the endgame you should focus on all pawns. This is an idea to keep in the back of your mind for a few years down the road. Who is better here, white or black? Good job. Black is better, because he has the good bishop. All white's pawns are on dark squares, locking in his bishop, and black has tons of targets. White has none. It's black to move here. What's your best move? Bishop g4, an excellent strategical decision. Trading your bad bishop for white's good bishop, and black takes the edge. Okay, now let's take a look at how pawn structure determines weak squares, and we'll learn how to create outposts for our pieces. It's key to notice squares in or near the enemy camp that can be supported by one or more of your pawns but cannot be defended by your opponent's pawns. If you can occupy that square with a piece that is less valuable than any of your opponent's pieces that can capture it, this can lead to a huge strategic advantage.